My name is Emma, and I'm 40 years old. I have been married to Daniel for 18 years. When we first got married, I was happy. Daniel was kind. He smiled every day and told me, "I love you." I believed him. I wanted to build a good life with him. 2 years into our marriage, we had our first child, Ethan. He was smart, full of life, and always made me laugh. 2 years later, our daughter Sophia was born. She was sweet and loved to sing. In the beginning, Daniel was a wonderful husband. He worked hard and provided for the family, while I stayed home, caring for our children, cooking, cleaning, and helping them learn. I didn't mind. I loved my family, and I wanted to do my part. But over the years, Daniel changed. He worked late, traveled often, and stopped telling me where he was going. The warmth in his eyes faded. The words, "I love you," disappeared. One day, I asked, "Why are you always so busy?" His answer was cold. "I work hard for this family. Stop asking questions." I was hurt, but I stayed silent. I loved him. I hoped he would change. 7 years ago, Daniel left for a business trip. While cleaning the bedroom, I found a pair of plane tickets. One had his name. The other had a woman's name I didn't recognize. My heart stopped. My hands shook. For 3 days, I cried in silence, feeling lost and alone. When Daniel returned, I confronted him. "Who is she?" I asked. His response was dismissive. "She's nobody. Don't worry about it." I didn't believe him, but I told myself I have to keep my family together. Ethan is only 3. I can't break his heart. Over the years, I knew the truth. Daniel never stopped seeing her. My love for him slowly died. The house felt empty, even when we were all together. I cooked meals, but they tasted like nothing. I looked at Daniel, but he felt like a stranger. Then, one day I ran into Michael, an old friend from long ago. He was married, and I saw the way he treated his wife. He opened the car door for her, helped her with her coat, and listened when she spoke. And I thought, this is love. This is care. This is what I never had. Michael and I started talking. He asked how I was. I said, "I'm fine." But I wasn't. He listened. He saw me. He said, "Emma, you matter. You are important." For the first time in years, I felt alive again. I smiled. I laughed. We didn't need expensive gifts or grand gestures. I only wanted kindness. I only wanted to feel loved. But then, Daniel found out. He was furious. "Why did you do this?" he shouted. I looked him in the eyes and said, "Because I needed love." For the first time, we had real conversations. Daniel cried. He said, "I love you, Emma. Please don't leave me." I asked him, "Why now?" Why after 18 years? A few weeks later, I got very sick. I had to be hospitalized. Daniel stayed by my side. He held my hand and whispered, "Don't leave me. I love you." For the second time in 18 years, I heard those words. Daniel started making small changes. He came home earlier. He helped with little things, taking out the trash, doing the dishes. One evening, I sat with Ethan and Sophia at the dinner table. They laughed, telling stories about school. I watched them and thought, they are happy. They don't know the pain in my heart. After dinner, I asked Ethan, "Do you think Dad and I are happy?" He hesitated, then said, "I don't know, Mom. You're always nice to each other, but sometimes I think you're sad." Sophia, who was younger, said, "Mom, I just want us to stay together. I don't want anything to change." Their words made me cry. I didn't want to hurt them, but I also knew I couldn't pretend forever. I decided to meet Michael one last time. I needed to say goodbye. When I saw him, he smiled and asked, "How are you?" I said, I'm trying to fix my life. Michael nodded. You're strong, Emma. You'll find your way. I thanked him. You reminded me that I matter. I'll never forget that. Then, I walked away. I knew it was the last time I would ever see him. That night, I told Daniel, we need to be honest. Do you want this marriage to work? He said, yes. I made mistakes, but I love you. I asked him, can you leave her? Can you give me the love and care I need? He said, I'll try. I looked at him and replied, trying isn't enough. I need you to mean it. Slowly, we started spending more time together. We went on walks, talked about simple things. A small flicker of hope returned. But my heart still hesitated. Forgiving Daniel was the hardest thing I've ever done. I thought about the years of loneliness, the nights I cried, the plane ticket with another woman's name. But I also thought about my own mistakes, about Michael. One day, I stood in front of the mirror and told myself, Emma, you are not perfect, but if you want peace, you must forgive. Now, I take life one day at a time. Daniel and I are still together, but things are not perfect. He says he loves me, but sometimes I still feel doubt. I focus on my children. I want them to grow up in a happy home. I try to smile for them, even when my heart feels heavy. I also focus on myself. I started reading books again. I go for walks alone. I remind myself that I matter. One day, I wrote a letter to myself. Dear Emma, you are strong. You are kind. You are important. Life is hard, but you can handle it. Love yourself first, and then you can love others. You deserve happiness. Never forget that. I keep this letter in my drawer. When I feel lost, I read it. It reminds me that I am not alone. This journey has taught me many things. I've learned that love is not just words. It is actions, care, and respect. I've learned that people make mistakes, but change must be real. And most importantly, I've learned that I am strong. I can survive heartbreak, loneliness, and loss, and still find happiness one day at a time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English stories and lessons. Hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Your support means a lot to us. See you next time.